people today are defining the experiences in their life as sort of the new currency. And it's something that we're really calling the experience economy. And that is the new millennials, many of us in the audience, and we're all in this experience business, is that we define our lives by the experiences, by the events that we attend, and those are the things that we share on our networks. Those are the things that we want to make sure that we're there and that define us as individuals. And we really believe that our vision is actually really trying to connect people to inspiring event experiences. And we're going to do that by connecting it, the fan to the fan, the buyer to the seller, the fan to the content right holder, and we're going to do this in an inspiring way. And Perkins and team are going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're doing on the marketing side, but you see a little bit, the brand imaging about how we're looking at, engaging in our audience in a different way. But this world of this experience economy, I think for you and for us, really means that we actually have to be able to play a role in that in a unique way. And I actually think that StubHub as a marketplace is uniquely able to satisfy the demands of the consumer today that nobody else in the industry can. And when you think about wanting to have a life experience and be able to attend a life experience, you know that if you go to a place where you got to sit in line, or you go to a place where you're going to be lucky if you actually get that inventory, and you compare that to the experience on StubHub, where at any time, on any device, at anywhere, and pretty much any event that you want to go to, that you can actually have access to that as a consumer. Our ability to provide that experience in the experience economy is different from what anybody else provides. And we actually think that's a lot bigger than just the secondary marketplace alone. We actually view the experience economy as going to really change the way we think about how we interact with those consumers. But I think from your perspective, it's super important that you understand that the consumer environment is changing, and you actually have to think about, and I know you do, about how to reach those consumers everywhere they are on every device. And it's something that you individually are not able to do, and you really have to be able to leverage on partners and hope that partners like StubHub or others that you might work with are able to reach those audiences in unique ways. And that's our job. And I think that's our job for you to be the best at doing that. We've had a couple of really interesting things that we've done this year around this, and I think we're showing here. We launched this virtual view as one example of how we're actually changing the way that consumers are interacting on our platform. Here you can actually see a 360-degree view of a section. We're actually rolling these out in venues now every other week in the U.S., and U.K., and Canada. But from a consumer experience, people that are interacting on our platform in a virtual reality situation are actually spending more on our platform. They're actually seeing that view of where they're at. They're actually making decisions to say, well, actually, I might want a better seat. And as we roll out future advances, you're actually going to be looking at this picture. You're going to be looking around that stadium, and you're going to see all the friends that are logged on in your social network. You're going to know where they are sitting, and you're actually going to be able to see your opportunity to, oh, maybe I want those seats that are 3 rows in front of me, and maybe it's a better value experience. But this ability to actually deliver a new type of experience in e-commerce is really interesting for us because it engages our consumers in a different way. And we actually, this is what our technology team wakes up thinking about doing every day. And for us to be, leading edge in our field, we have to be able to engage consumers in all sorts of different ways. Two of the biggest things that I think that we are here to talk about today is what we actually view as some future opportunities for us. First, I want to talk about an acquisition that we announced a couple of weeks ago, and we've got some of the team here, the TicketBiz team. If you're on the TicketBiz team, there's a couple folks out here in the audience, and the founder of TicketBiz, John, is back there. We're super excited about this. For those that don't know what TicketBiz is, This is an entrepreneurial company based in Spain, and importantly for us, takes us from presence in 4 countries to now up to 50 countries. And for you, what I think is increasingly more important today is that we actually view this opportunity and this experience economy as global. And our ability actually to expand the audience of people that are interacting with your inventory is going to be pretty unique. And so for you, in terms of working with StubHub, you're going to be actually listing inventory on StubHub that we're going to be exposing to a Chinese customer in Chinese who is going to convert in their own language and in their own currency and attend an event in the U.S. We're going to have inventory that's available in Europe for Americans that are traveling and going overseas. This opportunity of cross-border trade is a really exciting opportunity for us, and we're super thrilled with now really being one of the first to really be able to have a global platform in the experience economy for us. The second thing is that we're announcing right here on this stage today, and it actually is based on the feedback that we received last year, is that we're announcing today that we've entered into an agreement to acquire TicketTool, which is the best broker platform for and tool suite that's available today. And we're super excited about the opportunity to actually have technology and tools to help you do a better job with your business. And the 3 takeaways for us in terms of what this does for us in terms of our interactions with you is really to be able to provide to you the most robust in terms of functionality of any POS system out there. We're actually going to be able to offer you sort of multi-language, multi-currency distribution out of the box, which we're super excited about. And then last, we're going to be able to provide both desktop and mobile access for your inventory through a multi-channel distribution platform. We actually firmly believe in this open distribution platform, and we're super excited to partner with the TicketUtils team. And I know Brian, where's Brian? Brian Hempel, for those who don't know, Brian is going to be joining us as an organization. But when you think about what we're trying to do, it's just these 2 things. I think it's an opportunity for us to be transformative as a global company. And so you're going to have the opportunity to work with us to be able to list your inventory, to be able to make decisions as to where you want that distributed globally. You don't have to actually do the work on exposing that inventory in other places around the world. And then we're actually going to be able to bring to you a global audience of event goers around the world. We think these are 2 things that are going to be a key part of our growth in our business going forward. And yet at the same time, we're super, super optimistic about the things that we still have left to do here at StubHub to be more effective in the markets in which we operate here today. And that's really my last point for you. We had a really great meeting this morning with members of we have a seller advisory committee comprised of many of you that are here in the audience. We actually had a really great session today, and I'll tell you that it was a hard session too. We got a lot of feedback on things that we could do better. A lot of feedback where we're not being a great partner. A lot of feedback where there's opportunities that you see that we can do a better job for you. And we're actually taking that feedback and we're incorporating that into the things that we're doing every single day. And so my guess is that when we're on this stage a year from now, you're going to be, again, surprised with how much we're going to continue to evolve this business. And hopefully you continue to feel like we're listening, and we're listening to the needs that you have out there to be able to run your business. And I'm super excited about the future that we have as a company, as the leader in this space, and the future about how we are going to be a much better partner to you in the industry, reaching the most global audience of consumers out there with the most engaging technology of anyone in the industry. In order for us to be able to do this, we've got to have a great team of people at StubHub to be able to lead this as an organization. I'm going to turn the time over to Perkins Miller. Perkins is new to our organization, joined us 2 months ago. He actually joined us from the NFL. Perkins was the Chief Digital Officer and Executive Vice President of the NFL, has done a tour of duty at the Olympics with NBC Universal, with WWE, with Warren Miller Entertainment, and has got a really incredible experience in the industry, and we're super excited to have him join our team. And so with that, I'd like to introduce to you Perkins Miller, General Manager of North America.